One of my favorite quotations is A. Milne declaring, "I will not go down in history just as the guy who wrote Winnie the Pooh." And this isn't spontaneous. Edward Lear was known as a great illustrator of animal life, particularly birds, second only to the Great Aubudon himself. His pictures of birds teem with color, light, and vitality. Edward Lear did not expect to be remembered for his nonsense works over 150 years later, but I do believe that would have made him happy. Anyway, these works still hold up today. They are delightful. And now, if you will indulge me, let me share some of my favorites. The owl and the pussycat went to sea in a beautiful pea green boat. La la la. They took some honey, plenty of money wrapped up in a 5-pound note. La la la. The owl looked up to the stars above and he sang to his small guitar. Oh, lovely pussy. Don't. Oh, pussy, my love. What a beautiful pussy you are. Pussy said to the owl, "You elegant fowl, how charmingly sweet you sing. La la la, though let us be married, too long we have tarried, but what shall we do for a ring? La la la." So they sailed away for a year and a day to the land where the bong tree grows. Don't. And there in the wood, a piggy wig stood with a ring at the end of his nose. "Dear pig, are you willing to sell for a shilling your ring?" Said the piggy, "I will." So they took it away and were married next day by the turkey who lives on the hill. They dined on mince and slices of quince, which they ate with a runcible spoon. And hand in hand, by the edge of the sand, they danced to the light of the moon. Well, aren't you gonna make some sort of sardonic comment? I'm quite right. Yes, but no, I actually like that one. I got give it due credit. I like that one. Well, the right, no, stop with. As Oscar Wilde said, "Don't be modest. You can't be that great." He also probably said, "I will not go down in history as the man who wrote Dorian Gray." Okay. Calico Pie, the little birds fly down to the calico tree. Their wings were blue and they sang tilly-loo, till away they flew, and they never came back to me. They never came back, they never came back, they never came back to me. Calico Jam, the little fish, swam over the syllabub sea. He took off his hat to the sole of the spread and the willoughby wet, but he never came back to me. He never came back, he never came back, he never came back to me. Calico Ban, the little mice ran just to be ready in time for tea. Flippity flop, they drank it all up and danced in the cup, but they never came back to me. They never came back, they never came back, they never came back to me. Calico Drum, the grasshoppers come, the butterfly, beetle, and bee. Over the ground, a hopping around and around, but they never came back. They never came back, they never came back, they never came back to me. Very nice. Oh, thank you. The jumblies in this, it's called the jumblies. I just got a kick in the jumblings. Don't. They went to sea in a sieve, they did. In a sieve they went to sea. In spite of all their friends could say, on a winter's morn, on a stormy day, in a sieve they went to sea. And when the sieve turned round and round, and everyone cried, "You'll all be drowned," they cried aloud, "Our sieve ain't big, but we don't give a button. We don't care a fig. In a sieve we'll go to sea." Far and few are the lands where the Jumblies live. Their heads are green and their hands are blue, and they went to sea in a sieve. They sailed away in a sieve, they did. In a sieve they sailed so fast, with only a beautiful pea green veil tied with a riband by way of a sail and a small tobacco pipe best. And everyone said who saw them go, "Oh, won't they be soon upset, you know? For the sky is dark and the voyage is long, and what happen what may, it's extremely wrong in a sieve to sail so fast." Far and few are the land where the Jumblies live. Their heads are green and their hands are blue, and they went to sea in a sieve. The water it soon came in, it did. The water it soon came in. So to keep them dry, they wrapped their feet in a pinky paper all folded neat, and they fastened it down with a pin. And they passed the night in a crockery jar, and each of them said, "How wise we are! Though the sky be dark and the voyage be long, yet we never could claim we were rash or wrong when round in our sieve we spin." That is totally not the voice of a Jumbly. No, it said that they were, how wise were you? They don't talk like that. No human being thinks the Jumblies talk like that. Well, you're entitled to your opinion. And you're entitled to it too. Don't make them talk like that anymore. Oh, yeah? And you know what? What? Far and few are the lands where the Jumblies live. Their heads are green and their hands are blue, and they went to sea in a sieve. And all night long they sailed away, and when the sun went down, they whistled and warbled a moony song, to the echoing sound of a coppery gong in the shade of the mountains brown. Don't. Okay. Oh, Timberlow, how happy we are when we live in a sieve and a crockery jar, and all night long in the moonlight pale we sail away in a pea green sail in the shade of the mountains brown. Now, I don't even want to know what accent you were trying to do, because I think I do, and it was offensive to them and to art and to Ireland, and oh no, and the Jumblies don't talk like that. I know something about the Jumblies. What do you know? I know that far and few are the lands where the Jumblies live. Their heads are green and their hands are blue, and they went to sea in a sieve. They sailed to the western sea, they did, to a land all covered with trees, and they bought an owl and a useful cart, and a pound of rice and a cranberry tart, and a hive of silvery bees. And they bought a pig and some green jackdaws, and a lovely monkey with lollipop paws, and 40 bottles of rainbow ree, and no end of Stilton cheese. Far and few are the land where the Jumblies live. Their heads are green and their hands are blue, and they went to sea in a sieve. And in 20 years, they all came back, in 20 years or more, and everyone said, "How tall they've grown, for they've been to the lakes of the terrible zone and the hills of the Chankly Bar." And they drank their health and gave them a feast of dumplings made of beautiful yeast. And everyone said, "If we can only live, we too will go to sea in a sieve, to the hills of the Chankly Bar." Was that Paul Lind? It started out that way, and then it just kind of became its own thing. You know how far do the chorus. Far and few are the land where the Jumblies live. Their heads are green and their hands are blue, and they went to sea in a sieve. That was the Jumblies. You like that far too much. No, I like it exactly the right amount. Exactly. Say, Doug. What is it, Monster Puppet? What implements do you have for a fireplace? Well, you have things like a broom, the shovel, a poker, ooh, and tongs. Yeah, you know what? What? Fireplace implements are boring. No, they're not. Oh, really? Tell me something interesting that ever happened to a broom and a shovel and poker and tongs. I feel like Oscar the Grouch. The broom, the shovel, the poker, and tongs, they all took a drive in the park. La la la. And they each sang a song, ding a dong, before they went back to the dark. Mr. Poker, he sat quite upright in the coach. Mr. Tongs made a clatter and clash. Miss Shovel was dressed all in black with a brooch, and Miss Broom was in blue with a sash. Ding a dong, and they all sang a song. "Oh, Shovelly, so lovely," the poker he sang, "you have perfectly conquered my heart. La la la, ding a dong, if you're pleased with my song, I will feed you with cold apple tart." When you scrape up the coals with a delicate sound, you enrapture my life with delight. Your nose is so shiny, your head is so round, and your shape is so slender and bright. Ding a dong, ain't you pleased with my song? Alas, Mrs. Broom, sighed the tongs in his song. Oh, is it because I'm so thin? And my legs are so long, ding a dong, that you don't care about me a pin. Ah, fairest of creatures, when sweeping the room, ach, why don't you heed mine complaint? Must you needs be so cruel, you beautiful broom, because you are covered in paint? Ding a dong, you are certainly wrong. Mrs. Broom and Miss Shovel, together they sang, What nonsense you're singing today, said the shovel. I'll certainly hit you a brang, said the broom, and I'll sweep you away. So the coachman drove forward as fast as he could, perceiving their anger with pain. But he put on the kettle, and little by little, they all became happy again. Ding a dong, there's an end of our song. I changed the my to our because we were both singing. That's professionalism. Okay. Anyway, so thank you very much for watching. And yeah, and send feedback somewhere. This is a cry for attention. All right, have a good day, everybody. Ha 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 ha. See, you can't hear them laughing. They're not even watching, and they're certainly not laughing. Okay.